As many of you know, YouTube has created a new policy for its partner program that affects creators. It changes the way creators are able to monetize their content and ultimately make revenue and make a living off of YouTube. So last night, my friend Nathaniel, who also happens to be a content creator, I'll link his channel below. He has a gaming channel. You should check it out. But we had the opportunity to talk a little bit about kind of like what the policy means for us creators and how it affects what we do going forward. So I wanted to share thoughts with a portion of our conversation and also create a dialogue for you guys to kind of weigh in on this topic. First, let me show you guys a screenshot for context of the email that YouTube sent out to us, the creators. He was saying the amount that you're getting is so small that to me it's like if you're focused on the money aspect that early, you're focused on the wrong thing. Like the number one thing is like creating good content, and like he said, the money will follow. And I feel like it's like, I'm not saying that I'm 100% like, okay, like that was the best thing to do, but at the same time, like, I don't think it was a bad thing, you know, like, I don't think it's like something that should, if not getting 55 cents a month stifles your creativity, then you're kind of in it for the wrong reason, you know what I mean? Like, and now I will say this, the only thing that I hope YouTube does is I hope that they still promote like new people like on the recommended, you know, like if as long as it's, I hope that they make a way to basically find new like new creators, you know what I mean, like promote new creators and stuff like that. If they continue doing that, I don't have a problem with them like basically, you know, making it to where you have to have 1,000.
That's the issue though, is because there's so many people on YouTube and so many things already out there. There's just too much content out there that it's just like so hard to be discovered. So it's already hard, and just throwing it on top is basically just like it's really not hurting too much aside from inspiration and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I just hope that like, because they have selected channels that get ads and get AdSense and stuff like that, I hope that they don't prefer those channels and like promote those more than say like new creators and stuff like that. But like, as far as the creative process, I don't think that should like mess up your creativity, you know, just because you're not being able to gauge it and stuff like. but
already, like Chase and I were talking about, like a lot of like new creators and stuff like that are even just talking about preferring to go to like doing streaming instead of video creating, and they can do stuff like IRL streaming if that's like what they're into, like if they're doing like video like YouTube stuff, even if it's not video games or whatever like a normal stream would be, they can do stuff like IRL streams and not only get right off the bat get ads and stuff like that playing to where they can make money, but two, they can get donations from people real time, and so it's better for them right from the get-go. And I'm wondering like how much in the future that will catch on, like people will start doing live streaming instead of videos, and then just, you know, have their VODs as their videos, you know, or highlights, whatever. Because streaming just seems to be like so much more money for someone with less people watching than someone with less people making videos, you know.
Yeah, and then there's a thing like Patreons, like, and different like pages like that kind of help the creators. But here's like what smart YouTubers are doing. Like H3, you know, he has a podcast, so he streams that, but then he also, and so he gets Twitch money and stuff like that, but then he also uploads it to YouTube. Saying. So it's kind of like, and he also has like 4 channels. He has 4 channels. So he has like his main channel, like his more polished videos. Then he has like a Ethan and Neela, right? And it's like the like his daily life or vlogs or whatever. And then he has like the podcast channel, and then he has the podcast highlights channel.
That's exactly
so
what I'm
it's
talking
like
about, though.
he's maximizing his and each of them, like his main channel has like 5 million subscribers, and then each of them have like at least 1 million or 2 million. So it's like he's maximizing that potential, and he's making that Twitch stream money.
And that's what I was saying, is like he's already doing it. So many other people are doing it. Most of the people on Twitch, like a huge majority of the big people on Twitch, or even like the smaller people, really, all not only have that Twitch, but they all take that and put it on YouTube. Like all of their VODs, all of everything, highlights, or even both, they go throw them on YouTube, and then that's like, YouTube is like secondary, but it is just sitting there making money for them. Yep. And so I wonder how many people are going to do that. How many people on YouTube are going to be like, dude, screw YouTube, let's use it as a secondary thing and use a streaming service as my main thing. Because there's just for so long been this idea of YouTube being your career, like as the dream, right? Well, I'm just wondering how long that'll be before it's like streaming as a career, because a lot of people already just want to be streamers instead, and then have YouTube just as a thing that just sits there and makes money for them, even though they're not really doing a whole lot. They're just uploading the VODs. Like doing highlights is work, but honestly, most of the stream, like, first of all, it's not that much work. Two, the big streamers, the streamers that are making enough from it to make it a full-time job, are paying editors to go and make highlights and upload it on YouTube. Like,
and even if they're not paying editors, it's still like super simple just to like, okay, I want this much of the clip and I'm gonna put it on there. But it's like you said, like there's a sea of videos out there. There's so many new creators.
It's not necessarily taking out the people who like how do I say it, like who aren't passionate about it and stuff like that. It just may be that they like don't have the, I guess, time and effort and all that kind of stuff to do it, and it's like they have this feeling of every time I get like a little bit further, they put on new restrictions and new things like that. So like layering things on top of things like that is what I've heard of people being like, dude, every time I make it like a little bit further, there's like a new YouTube change that screws me over. And I don't feel like it's weeding out people who aren't driven to do it. It's just they may not be able to, like, I guess, have that feeling of like, I'm doing this part-time until the point where I can take it somewhere or it can benefit itself, you know, over and over again. They are just like, hey, dude, screw it, part-time isn't enough and I'm done. Like, they have to actually, they have that feeling of it needs to be full-time or nothing. And so, I don't know. It's just, basically it all boils down to me as like an inspiration killer to people. Like,
I mean, but if they do it part-time anyway just because they like it, why would it kill their inspiration?
I'm just saying, like, if they had the feeling of like, I can do this part-time until like it starts funding itself, like say you don't have a lot of money to like buy the things you want to improve the quality of your channel, like you pretty much won't be able to.
You wouldn't rely on upgrading your equipment with $100 a year, like.
But that's like.
And that's being generous.
But I mean, like I said, I don't know how much you actually make if, say, you were at the very minimum of their requirements. But like, say all year long you were at the minimum of their requirements with 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours a month. Like, if you stayed at that minimum, how much would that be a year? Like, I don't really know. So
probably not a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably not even enough to be full-time, because you hear of all these like YouTubers that do it full-time and they're struggling, you know, like, and they have sometimes like millions of subscribers or whatever. So like, I don't know.
But I mean, still, even like with or without like anything we've talked about, I don't really think that this change weeds out people that are doing it for the money, if that makes sense. I feel like it really won't. It really doesn't do anything except for kill people's inspiration early on, because like I said, it's already hard just to start, so it's nice to have something to look at and see, to give you, I guess, a little bit of faith. And now it's just like, I don't know, you're just like there just making videos because you enjoy it, and that's it. So
well,
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it kills inspiration per se. Like, I think it just kind of like weeds out the people that aren't like fully committed to it, like the type of people that would do it regardless if they got paid or not. Like, I don't know, that's just like the way I see it. But
I mean, I guess I could see how you could think that way or feel that way, but I don't necessarily agree. Like, I don't know, it's I don't know, I feel like it is blown up more than it should be, but it's just YouTube doing a smart business change for them.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, I just hope they don't keep adding hurdles, you know what I mean? Like,
they will. They always do, for this exact reason. There's going to be still too many people taking money from them, even with 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours a month. And they're going to be like, hey, there's still too many small people considering that too small, and they're going to change something over and over again.
Well, don't you think at some point it's going to create like another platform? Like, to where so many people are so fed up that they're just like,
it's already like that, though. There's already, that's what I was talking about already, is that so many new people are doing streaming instead of YouTube, and YouTube always gets backlash for all of the changes that they make. For example, all of their censorship stuff. So many people left or were forced to leave for stupid stuff because people just get pissed off at YouTube and they do something else. And so, I mean,
well, what I'm saying is, don't you think at some point they're gonna start losing so many people that they're like, whoa, like there's not enough activity on our platform, like we need to like be more creator friendly? You don't think that it's gonna get to a point where like the backlash is so strong that they have to change something?
Not for a really long time, or unless something extremely big happens, because it's freaking YouTube. It's like, really?
It's Google we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as soon as they do something that would cause so much of an issue that everything would be like, that they'd be scared, they would just change it, do something else, and be like, whoa, no, don't freak out. We weren't doing that. No, we're doing this other thing.
I don't think it's so much about the money as much as like if a new platform like just came up, like kind of like I guess how, I don't know, Instagram killed Facebook, or like how Facebook killed MySpace. Like, and when a new platform comes up that provides so much more, like, and I know Twitch is around and you talked about streaming, but like when like let's say if YouTube 2.0, however unlikely that is, because YouTube is such a powerhouse, and the search engine and all that stuff, it's powered by Google. However unlikely, if a new platform like comes up that is way more creator friendly, you don't think like that would threaten? I feel like
if there was a platform so powerful with such new innovative ideas, because for example, Facebook didn't kill MySpace by being a duplicate of MySpace. Facebook killed MySpace by being something different, better, whatever, you know. It was a different goal, and it was different, just different, right? So this other thing that would just kill YouTube wouldn't be a YouTube 2, it would be something different. And as soon as that happened, there would be really nothing for YouTube to do about that. If it were so quickly that big and killing YouTube, it would just do it, right? It would already be at that point. Like, I don't know how to put it. Just like how MySpace just kind of died and there was nothing that they could do. It's the same thing for YouTube, and all they could do is just, like, all YouTube would be able to do is just take those features from whatever new thing came out and say, hey, we can totally do that now. And it's not gonna
kind of like how Instagram started the stories thing, like they adopted the Snapchat thing and now integrated it.
Yeah, well, like for example, Vines were out, right? And now Vine is dead because like
Vine 2.0. It's a thing. I don't know. Is it out yet?